today I kind of want to talk about something a little different. I'm gonna mix it up. Today's actually my birthday, so I'm filming this on my birthday. You'll see it a day later on Wednesday. But I kind of wanted to mix it up today and talk about my computer system that I know a lot of you have asked questions on, and let's for fun compare it to the Autopilot supercomputer in my Tesla. So let's take you and show you where the magic happens. Okay, so here is my workspace. I have obviously my desk, a bunch of storage over here. Just real quick, I tend to have a drone, some GoPros down here for my charging. I need to redo the cords, batteries, other miscellaneous stuff kind of all throughout that. And actually, these will be given away at a future date, so keep an eye out on those if you want an Echo Dot. And then here I just have some random stuff, obviously my Tesla swag, all kinds of cool stuff on there. And then for the main attraction, I have this. So this is my screen for my computer. It is a 65-inch curved 4K Samsung. I did a ton of research and found that that actually is one of the better, larger screens. While yes, I could have done a bunch of smaller screens that would probably provide a little bit quicker input time, it just wasn't something I wanted, because this screen allows me to do anything I want to do and then some. Really works out well. I do have my AK racing chair. I'm just gonna move that out of the way so I can show you guys this. I have just some pull-out shelves here that I'll eventually be putting all my chargers and stuff on, so that's kind of nice. So this is a fully custom system. I'm going to move some of this out of the way and you can see inside here. So I put all this on PCPartPicker.com. I'll go ahead and link it in the description. You can actually see exactly what I have running here. We'll start with the case. It is a Fantex ATX glass mid-tower. It's a really nice case. I'm really happy with it. On the front side, you have the all glass, and on the back side is just a place where you can hide your wires. And then you do have some extra spots up here for things. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Obviously, this did not come on here, so I put that on there because everything I do is repping Tesla. And then we'll go ahead and start. I have a 1200 watt power supply, and that was just so that I can add on to the system at a later date if I really feel like it. Not 100% sure yet, but if I want to, I have the option. I have a bunch of fans in here. I've got the 120 Corsairs here, two up front here behind this right in there. Those do a great job keeping everything cool, along with the Corsair H100i V2 CPU cooler. So that's this guy right up here. It attaches actually to the CPU, which on the CPU I went ahead and went with an Intel Core i7-6950. It's a 10-core processor. That thing is a beast. I mean, most people really don't need that, and to be honest, I don't know if I did, but I was building it and figured, why not? So under that right there is a very expensive piece of equipment. And then for the motherboard, I went with the Asus X99 Deluxe 2 motherboard. It is what all my RAM is plugged into and everything. So it is a very, very nice motherboard with tons of inputs, which are actually just on the back side there. And it's treated me very well. I haven't had any issues with it. So plugged into the motherboard, I have the Corsair Dominator Platinum, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 3000 memory. So there's actually 4 of them at 16 gigs a piece. So you can see they're right here, here, and here. And actually there's slots in there for 4 more. So that is actually something I'm looking at doing in the future, just so that I can add to it. Now for drive space, I do have 2 of these 512 SSDs from Samsung. One's here, one's on the back side. And these I use for all of my startup stuff, anything that really I want it to run fast. Then I actually do have 10 terabytes of hard drive right here, which are almost maxed out already because I do shoot a lot in 4K. But the nice thing is you can see here the other slots. I can do another 2 or 3 hard drives right in there. So something I really liked about this case is, yes, I can expand it to whatever I could need. To run on my video processing, my gaming and everything, I have 2 of the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1080 Extremes. So these are like super nice video cards, definitely some of the best you can buy, and I actually have them in SLI here. There's no more space for any more graphics cards, so if I ever decided to up it, I would need a different case, but really this is more than enough. Both are VR ready. I don't even really think I needed to, but at the time when they first came out, it was something I really wanted, is to run SLI, and I've never been able to do it before, so now was the time for me to go ahead and do it, and it's worked out beautifully ever since. So you have an HDMI that runs up to this little box right up here, which is for the Samsung TV, and then it has its own proprietary single connector that runs up to the TV, which I'm using as a monitor, and it's worked out really well so far. A little bit of room for expansion over here, the hard drive space and some more RAM, but other than that, that case is pretty darn maxed out, so hopefully I don't need too much anytime soon, otherwise I'll end up getting a bigger case. But I went ahead and went with the 1080s rather than the Titans, just mainly for cost. The Titans are obviously very expensive, and the 1080s were only about $700 a piece, so definitely made it a little bit more reasonable. And then up here, I decided to go with the Corsair K70 RGB wired gaming keyboard. It's a really excellent keyboard. And then I went with the Logitech MX Master Bluetooth wireless laser mouse. So I'm a big wireless mouse person. I don't like wired mice. Some people love it, some people hate it. And the nice thing is it's rechargeable, so I just plug it in every now and then and it stays well. So yeah, it's actually like hard to even put the whole screen in focus for how I normally use it. That's how big this screen is. But like when I'm working here, I can usually have several windows open so I can do some work on one, watch YouTube on the other. But it is also helpful for my Premiere Pro. That's what I use for all my video editing. So I can keep it open but still be able to access some of my other windows. But yeah, this has allowed me to do all my 4K video editing. So I do still game on this one, and I do a lot of like Far Cry 3 still, even though it's old, I still love it. It's by far one of the best Far Cries. I played Doom, No Man's Sky, and a bunch of other fun games on this, and it's just, I can see everything here, so it makes it pretty nice. And I don't have any issue with my neck or anything, but like my head sitting in the chair right here is pretty much dead center in the screen, vertically and horizontally, so I really don't strain that much. I've been off work past 2 days for my birthday, and last night I think I was gaming for like 6 hours, something like that, straight, no problems. So definitely a nice system. But yeah, while we're here, let me go ahead and show you around a little bit more. We can see I just have my LED ring light here, my UPS back here, the Orbi that I talked about in one of my other videos, just tripod, and then all these toy Teslas. So if you ever see me on the road, I'm serious, let me know and I'll hook you up with some of those. Just got a couch recently. Gee, just got new carpet too. But here is the main entertainment system. So like my desk is there so I can work and still watch some TV here. This is 75-inch 4K. It's got the PS4 hooked up to it. We got the speaker here. And then up here I just got some fun things I've gotten from vacations. Actually, I was just in Komodo not too long ago and got some of these guys. They're just wooden. And then in this corner, the beanbag. So your eyes are not deceiving you. That is an 8-foot wide circular beanbag, 3 feet tall. It is the most fun thing. I wish I had one when I was a kid, because it's so much fun and it's so comfy. I've slept here so many times. It's nice to just kind of sleep here. So yeah, that's basically kind of it for my computer tour. If you have any questions on any of the hardware or anything, let me know, because I actually just bought all the pieces and built it myself. It was the first PC I've ever built for myself. I've helped some friends build some back in the day. When the time came to need a better gaming PC and for video editing in 4K, I decided just to go for it, and I'm super happy with everything I chose on that. Everything's worked out beautifully. So yeah, if you have any questions, definitely just let me know in the comment section below and I will be glad to help you out. So I wanted to kind of compare my custom computer to exactly what Tesla is using for their Autopilot 2 computer. So a very brave man on TMC by the username KDDAY decided to tear his out. By tear, I mean disassemble. Let's not use the word tear. That sounds really bad. Decided to take his actually out. So it's just above the glove box, and in doing so he was able to show us the SoC, the system on chip, and also the GPU, which the GPU has the codes GP106. Now, if you take that and do some research, it will correlate to the GTX 1060 graphics. Whether or not it exactly relates, because there are some numbers behind it, so clearly it is probably a custom build just for Tesla. If you look at that, it has one GTX 1060. I have two GTX 1080s in my system. So that's obviously a little bit different, but it doesn't have to do with just that. There's a lot of other things on that circuit board that might seem minuscule but have a lot to do with it. The Tesla software and everything they use, you just can't access that. So if it were possible, we could always try running it on my system, see how it does. But obviously that board that they're using is a custom board, and it's just gonna have what they need. It's not gonna have any fluff. It's gonna maximize everything that's gonna be needed for autopilot and even full self-driving in the future. That being said though, the NVIDIA boards that they have on their website are going to be listed as the Drive PX2 for Auto Cruise and the Drive PX2 for Auto Chauffeur. And Auto Chauffeur basically just has some replication of the system on chip and the GPU. That's really the biggest difference between the two. And the current one that Tesla has installed in my car and all the Autopilot 2 cars only has one SoC and one GPU. So it makes me wonder if they will have to replace those in the future for those who have bought full self-driving. That's actually one of the reasons why I did buy full self-driving on my car to begin with. They could easily find out that they do need two SoCs, two GPUs, and the price of full self-driving could always rise. I bought it early, so therefore I would assume, I hate to say that, I would assume that I'm grandfathered in and they would just replace whatever needs to be replaced to enable full self-driving. I guess time will tell, but that's what I would certainly hope. So yeah, that's just a little quick insight on the Tesla Autopilot hardware, supercomputer and everything. It is really cool, don't get me wrong, but I am afraid that it might eventually need two GPUs and two CPUs to be able to do what we really want it to do. So yeah, that's basically it. Feel free to thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Click here to subscribe, here for some more videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!